Don't look at that. Good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to drop in and give you a couple of thoughts on potential predictions for where interest rates are going to be in 2024. But quickly, I wanted to give you a story about a buyer who I recently wrote an offer for. This buyer wrote an offer on a home in the Chesterfield area. This home was priced at $450,000, and the highest sales price in that neighborhood over the last year was $400,000. So already we're 50 grand above where the highest sales price was for the past year. The sellers for this home ultimately received 5 total offers that went anywhere from $450,000 to $480,000. The sellers ultimately chose an offer that was at $470,000 because the buyer offered cash, and an offer like that isn't going to run into appraisal issues. That is not an uncommon story for buyers out there who are writing offers. Now, that's not the exact same story that every home for sale is experiencing. And a lot of it, there's a lot of factors that come into play. Price point, neighborhood, area, what is the product like? How well is it renovated? There's so many factors that come into play. But that's not an uncommon story that buyers are facing right now. So it's not necessarily impossible to get a home. You do have to be competitive. Now, market interest rate predictions for 2024. I try to stay up to date, follow the podcasts and YouTube videos of local real estate professionals. And if you listen to Brian Buffini and Dave Stevens, both who have a phenomenal and reputable background in the real estate field, the predictions are that real estate interest rates or mortgage interest rates are going to drop in 2024. And it's not going to be something that happens overnight. It's probably going to be a very gradual process. But there are professionals out there who believe that we will see interest rates drop throughout 2024. Now, for those of you think that's going to be great, what is every other buyer out there going to think? If you're thinking that you've been waiting for the right time to buy a home, and that right time is when interest rates go down, what is every single other buyer out there going to think? They're going to think the exact same thing. And so while interest rates going down very well may happen, and it may be a good thing, it's also going to increase competition. So the story that I just told you about a buyer who recently made an offer, that could be stories that persist throughout next year as well. I'm not trying to scare you. I am trying to keep you up to date. But what I'm also trying to say is that if you wait for the perfect time to buy a home, you could be waiting for a really long time. I know I've mentioned that in the past, but there are strategies and practices that we can put into play to write an offer on a home while offering you protection. We can still make those offers competitive. So there's trust the professionals. Don't trust every single thing you hear from the media outlets, social media, friends and family who aren't in the real estate world every single day. I'd be very happy to have a conversation with you about whether it is the right time to buy for you. It's specific to the individual. If you've been thinking about selling, it is a good time to sell. I'm happy to dive into what your home might be worth. But ultimately, I hope that keeps you a little bit more informed than you were. I'm trying to keep these videos quick. If you know anybody who's thinking about buying or selling, I can't tell you how grateful I'd be for a connection to them and determine if it's the right time for them. Hope you're having a great week. Talk to you soon. All right, bye.